So supporting someone that you care about with their mental health struggle is hard. It is hard to watch someone you love struggle with their life or struggle to find meaning in the world or be struggling with a behaviour that they're really trying to understand better. That's really hard. So potentially counselling support or any kind of support might be really helpful in giving you a space to process what it's like for you.
There are limitations on how much you can support them, and seeking your own therapy or support ensures that you are looking after yourself and that you're not being impacted.
I'm sure a lot of us have heard the analogy of, when your cup is empty, you have nothing, nowhere to give from. It's really important to be constantly topping up your own tank so that you've got enough energy to help give to others.
If this has been going on for a long time, say for example you're in a relationship with someone who's struggled over the course of their lifetime with drinking alcohol. That's something that has been wearing you down, wearing them down, maybe wearing your children down or your parents or their parents, or there's more than one person who is impacted by this person's mental ill health.
Especially though for those who are directly supporting, they also have their own stuff, and what can happen is that it can sometimes be overshadowed or minimised either by other people, more often by the person themselves.
For some people it brings more stress in their lives as they have to take on a bigger burden of tasks in a household or childcare or more responsibilities at work, and so that brings more stress.
And at the end of the day, you are a person who also deserves care, support, understanding, and that will make you more robust and resilient and more able to help them.
And that may be in the form of some kinds of self-care, looking or recognising your own needs and meeting your own needs in whatever way you need to, so that you've got enough energy and resources, internal resources, to help take care of others and give to others. You can't give from an empty tank if there's nothing there.
Because sometimes it's very easy to say you're okay and focus on this other person and really want to encourage them to be better or kind of feel better, but you neglect yourself.
And it can be really easy to focus on what the person who has a mental illness should be doing and put a lot of energy and resources into them getting help and support. But actually sometimes the best thing we can do is make sure we get support as well.
When we focus on one person as the person with the problem or the mental health issue, is that it kind of turns them into this one-dimensional person who's the problem or a problem, as opposed to a person who's multifaceted and has had many kind of experiences that have brought them to this point. And so when we're constantly focusing on the other as the problem or as the person who needs treatment, it really minimises that this is a systemic problem.
When you're on a plane and the oxygen masks come down, or when the flight attendant is giving you the instructions and they say you have to put your own oxygen mask on before you put anybody else's on. And I think that's a really nice analogy when it comes to supporting loved ones through their mental health difficulties. If our own health isn't being managed, then that might work for a while, but in the long run, we're of very little use to other people if we're not looking after ourselves.